Hi, today we're going to do this beautiful portrait of a pretty face, and I'm going to show you how to get the skin tones and how to do the hair and the eyes, and you will have a lot of fun doing this because I'm going to show you some really easy tips and ways to mix your paint so that you can put on a really nice skin tone. Let's get started. So all you need for this painting is your red, yellow, and blue, which are primary colors, and some brown, burnt umber, and white, and some black. And for your brushes, you can have a fan brush and a flat chisel edge synthetic brush. And you can have a smaller one, so get a couple of different sizes of these, maybe a smaller one, depending on the size of your canvas. My canvas is 9 by 12, and you can use any size you want, so adjust your brushes to your size of your canvas. And I have a liner brush, so we can do smaller areas. And I have another smaller brush, a little bit of a liner brush. So to get started on this painting, all you have to do is draw. I did some videos on how to draw from a photo, and there's a few different ways of doing it. So if you want to, you can draw it out freehand, and if you get a sketch done, do it on paper. So if you try to do it on your canvas and you make mistakes, you're going to be doing a lot of erasing, and then it might not be pretty messy. So what you'll have to do is draw it on paper first, whatever way you get it on, or you trace it, or freehand, or grid, whatever you do. And I got videos on that. I'll leave links in the description for you. So this is the way I'm going to show you. So I did my drawing on my paper, and then I'm going to use this paper here that I made myself. It's just plain printer paper, and I just put on some pencil, okay, to transfer it, because if you use carbon paper, you won't be able to erase any of your mistakes. And then you just tape it on, and then you use a pen or a pencil to transfer that image to your canvas. So do as many lines as you feel that you need. You know, I have some lines there for where the shadows may go and things like that. So, you know, put some whatever lines that will help you. And what we'll do is we will put this here, and I'll lay that there, and get out your flat brush. I'm using the smaller one. Please size. This one says size 12, but like I said, they all have different sizes. Pretty small. It's not very big. So use that, and we'll do our little recipe that we have for skin tone, which I have another video on to show you how to do skin tones. And I used a basic skin tone to make it so much easier for you. So every time you do a portrait, start off with this basic skin tone recipe. Start with your white, add a little bit of yellow, just add a small bit at a time. If you add too much, you got to start over, but if you add a little tiny bit, you can always add more, right? So then I added a bit of yellow, and then a little teeny weeny bit of red on the corner of my brush here, because red is so, it can really take over. So get a kind of a pinkish color, and then we'll add a little bit of brown on the corner of my brush. Get a nice clean, so that's your basic skin tone, and that's just a recipe for if you want to use all skin tones. And then on the other video that I have, it'll show you how to make really dark skin and medium skin and light skin, so that would be good. So I think this is a nice color. You can always adjust it if you don't like it, depending on the picture you're looking at. It depends on the skin tone. But if you start with those basic colors, then you can always darken it. So what we'll do is we'll start with the skin and we'll come up and fill that in here. So just go around the skin. There we go. Just go around the eyebrow. We don't want to lose the eyebrow. That's nice already. So just get that on there. We make adjustments after. We're just trying to get the basic skin tone down first. Now there we go. Pick up more. If you didn't make enough and you have to redo it, just try to match it up as close as you can. If you don't get a perfect match, well, that will give some interest now to your skin tone, won't it? So I might have to readjust. Good. So we'll do all the shadows after. Get some more paint. And let's get a little bit in the eye. That's the eyebrow there. So follow your lines. Get in here. Good. Go around the eye. And down around. You have a shadow line there, that's okay. Skip over it a little bit just so you know where the shadows are going, but you still want to put your basic skin tone on there. Okay. Good. We have a very windy day out here today. Out here in Newfoundland. And we have more skin tone here. Good. So we know the shadow is going in here because I left the line a little bit there. Right. So once you get all the skin tone on, then you can work from there. Now, some people might like to do the eyes first and the eyebrows and different parts of the face, but if you get your skin, the basic skin tone done first, that will help you adjust things better. Okay, I'm just trying to find lines where I did the lines for the darker shadows, but I don't want to. I'm just going to skip over it and just leave a line there like that, because this is where the shadow's going in here. I still want my skin tone. I still want to get the outline of the face. There we go. Now, as you know, acrylic paint dries really fast, so you have to either add more paint as fast as you can, use blending gel, or flow improver, you know, a medium, and that will help keep it from drying too fast. I can't use it on my videos because it doesn't dry and I get a glare and it's hard for you to see it then. So I can't use that. So let's go back in here. It's the chin. That's the chin right here. Good. Get some more paint when you need it. I had to mix up a little more, so I had to match it up. Alright, so then we got some here. That's where the shadow's going in here, so we got to just keep that little line there if we can, just so you have an idea where the shadows are going. There we go. That's the hairline. Good. There we go. There's a line here under the eye, so I'll go underneath that. Good. Go up around the eye. Get as much of the basic face painted as you can. Good. Go down around here. Just go all over the face. Side of the lip here. Good. Now, have she got a face? Is there somewhere? It certainly is. So there's a line there for the shadow, so just keep that a little separated, just so you know where they are. It's the bottom of the nose. And the lip. Make it nice and smooth. Now I think the best place for us to start this beautiful portrait are the eyes. Let's give that a shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a very small round brush, almost like a liner brush, but it's a bit smaller so you have more control. And we are going to take some black so we can do her eyes right here, the tops. Okay, let's just do those first. So you got black paint, and just put a little bit on your brush. If you find this brush is too big, we'll have to move to a smaller one again, but have a few handy just so that you can see what works the best for you, okay? So let's see what we can do with the eyes. So get it nice and close so you can see it. So let's go with the top lid first. Paint that black. I think it'd be best to do the eyes first. That way we'll be able to see where everything goes better. And up here around this. Okay. Okay, so put more black on here. I have to be a little careful because it's a delicate line, isn't it? Let's go with the top of the eye here. Wet your brush if you have to. And get a nice sharp point. So you have to be very careful. Painting is different than drawing, that's for sure. A little tedious with the brushes. You can certainly use a dark pencil for this area. For the smaller areas, if you don't want to paint it, you can use a marker or a black colored pencil or graphite pencil if you want to do that. If you want to all be a total painting, then you use a small brush and do your best. Just take your time and get those lines in as best you can. It's the only thing you can do is take your time. Okay. Let's get that line in. I could time lapse it, but I don't know. You can always fast forward me if you're having a day where you just want to sit back and watch. You don't want to follow along, you just want to go through it and see what it looks like. Because I want to take my time. As you can see, I don't have the lines perfect. Like I said, it's not that simple. Some of the paintings that you see, they're mostly in time lapse, so you don't see the part where they have to adjust things like that because they don't want to take that time, take your time like that. So, but I'm going to try it this way. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing this line down a little bit. If you did my drawing tutorial on how to draw a portrait, which is this one, you'll see how I shaded the eyes with the pencil. And then you can almost use the same techniques in your paintings. Okay. So I'm wetting my brush a little bit, but not dripping, just to have enough water on it to get that to move. And I am bringing it down into the eye a little bit for the shadow. Make it a little thicker right here, that's all. Just a little thicker just around here. Just to get that shadowy look. Okay, we got that much. So what you can do with, since you got your black on the go, you can look at your painting and find where there are more blacks, and then put the black in wherever else there's black in the painting. So I'm going to do a little bit of black around the eye here, and then the pupil, a little bit of water dripping off of there. So I'm going to make a letter C. Alright, because I need to make some room there for the highlight. Let's close it up a little bit here. We don't, just so that we can see a nice little highlight there, okay? And probably another line here. If I left that out, if I left the lines out, I did it on purpose. See, because you can see in this one, in her eyes, you see the black on the edge right here, but you don't see it here. And it might be the way the light is shining on her face. And there's a line there, and there's the black there and there, and then in the pupils and the nostrils are a brownish color, dark brown, and everything else. So it's not much more black. I think that's all the black we'll use for that. And we'll just get that much done. So the other pupil, I'm just going to go with the letter C. Make it easier so that I can see where I'm putting, where I can see where I'm putting my highlight. Alright, good. Now we will change to a different color. Clean your brush, and we'll use the same brush, and we will, let's see, how about the eyebrows? Let's do the eyebrows. Alright, just fill up your brush with paint, brown paint, burnt umber. Burnt umber, and we will just make these little short lines in here just to give it kind of a eyebrow look. You can put highlights on that after. Flicking in a few few short lines might help you get a more... I'm getting that. Be careful with your brush that you don't get too much water on it, because it drips down from the top when you put your brush in water. It comes in here, and then it'll drip. It'll get underneath this area here, and then it'll drip down. So just make sure you wipe that off in your tissue so you don't get all kinds of water on your canvas. So on with the eyebrow. The eyebrow. If your paint won't move, add a little bit of water to your brush, but make sure that it doesn't drip. Drip, drip, drip. Let's get this eyebrow done. We can always come back and adjust the eyebrow. I just want to get things filled in so that we can work around the face then, and that way it will be much easier for us. So you put on the whole face, which I tried that. I tried doing the whole face before I did the eyes and the eyebrows and the nose, and I found I got a little lost. So I'm going to try to make this as easy as I can for you, because I promised you I'd show you really easy techniques. And it's pretty simple. I don't want it to make it look like a coloring book or something, but I want to make it look like a painting. Now that eyebrow there is going to definitely need to be adjusted. So maybe I could use a smaller brush. See, I want you to try different brushes. If you're doing this and it's not working for you, more than likely it's not you, it's your brush. And that goes with a lot of your paintings. If you're having a struggle with something, you're trying to get it to work and it won't work, it's more than likely your brush is either too big or just won't do what you want it to do. Now this one here is not bad, just need a bit more water. I'm trying to get that paint to move. Like I say, you guys can use blending gel. I can't use it here because I can't get it to dry fast enough. I get a glare. I tried it once and I learned my lesson. So I'm just flicking in some. So you can go either way, just as long as you fill it in. Yeah, I learned my lesson. I was there trying to do a painting, and I was on live, so I couldn't even fix it. I was live, and the glare wouldn't go away, and I couldn't get it to dry with the hair dryer. And so, if you want your paintings to stay wet longer, that's definitely going to work. Yep, blending gel. I also meant to show you that you can also buy a flesh tone paint already mixed for you. If you want to buy it already mixed, you can certainly do that too, and then make adjustments as you go along. But it's nice to know what the basic colors are so you can make your own. But if you have a hard time with it, just go buy the flesh tone and then add colors to it to change it up for your shadows and stuff. So just we'll make some adjustments, but we'll be doing more adjustments when we put the flesh on, and if that eyebrow is too thick, we'll thin it up with the flesh color. So now we're going to do the nostrils. So the nostrils are here. Just fill them in. I'm just using straight burnt umber. Just straight burnt umber. Good, is that done? So you get it done faster too if you're doing these little parts first. Now if you get this really, really good, then you're going to put your flesh tone on the face and it gets all messed up. Hopefully it won't. You just have to readjust things, that's all. You just have to adjust things. Doing portraits are not easy. I find them a little hard, but that's just me. Maybe other people find them easier. I see most of the ones I've seen are time-lapse, and so I haven't seen too many too many people who do them in real time. If I find somebody, I will ask their permission if I can put their link down below for you so you can follow them also. Now, we got the nostrils and the eyes and the eyebrows, and let's put the blue in around the eyes here. I think that would be nice. Just take some of your ultramarine blue and add some white to it. So just add some white to your blue. Get some white and blue, and then you're going to put it in here. Alright, so just put that on there. We'll put our highlight on after, so don't worry about that right now. Whenever you're doing paintings or portraits, just get your main things done first. Just get your basics done first. You can always add your highlights and shadows after. Okay, so when you look at it, you say, oh, well, there's the eyes. There's the nose. Oh, I need a shadow here. I need to put a highlight there. So you can do that after. And then you do your final details last. So even though you do your shadows and you do your highlights, still a possibility you may want to look at it and see if there's any more final details, maybe a few more extra strands in the hair. Maybe a little more shadow, more highlight, you know, so the very last, leave that to last. Just get everything in now as best you can. It may look strange at first, but as we do it, you'll see it coming to life. So all I'm doing is mixing some blue and white. There you are. There you are. White and ultramarine blue. Now you can use whatever blue you have handy, okay? Alright. Whatever blue you have handy, it doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine. Alright, so now I tell you when you probably would like to have colors that are exactly the same as a tutorial or a book that you're following, only because you want your painting to look almost exactly like what you're following, okay? Because if you do a painting and you don't have the colors and it doesn't look the same as the one you did, it's probably because your colors are off. But if you just use your own colors, they won't look off to you because you picked those colors yourself and you knew that was going to be different. They may not be as vibrant, they may be too vibrant, I don't know what. If it calls for burnt umber and you only have like a cinnamon brown or something like that, it might be a little different, right? But if you got a lighter brown, they're looking for burnt umber, just add a bit of black to it. So you can make your own colors. What you need to do is, when they ask for, say, yellow ochre, and you don't have it, try to make your own yellow ochre by adding yellow and a bit of brown to it and see if you can get it to look something like the yellow ochre. Try to match it up, right, by adding colors. Make your own with the colors that you have on hand. And if you've got the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, you should be able, and have some black and white just to lighten and darken your colors, then you should be able to make almost any color that they ask for. You just have to take your time and match up the colors just by adding other colors together, what you have. So, I think I'm missing a line or something there. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. There we go. It's a bit better. Alright. I might add a darker blue. Just go straight into the dark blue, the ultramarine blue. And just put a little bit of a shadow up here. Okay. Put a shadow up here underneath the eyelid. Nice dark blue gives it a shadow. We all have a shadow underneath our eyelid. And if you put that in your painting, it'll make it look more realistic. See? And you can come down around that corner there. I'm using my liner brush. I'm using a longer one, but that other one should do really well also. I just wanted to try this one. I like trying different brushes. See what I can get. Don't be afraid to try different brushes. Okay. See, that shadow gives it a nice look. Alright, let's try the other one. Pure ultramarine blue. Put the shadow underneath the top of the lid. Good. Just come over this way. And go down around the side here. Let's get that in there like that. And here like this. That's it. Just move it down a little bit. Just to get that shadow on there. Good. These small brushes are a little hard to, you know, like they'll move around on you, so you got to take your time and try to take control of your brush because they want to take control of you, I tell you. Yep. So I'm going to put a little bit of dark blue underneath that eye here. This part here. Good. Let's see. Good. I think that's good. If we need to go back over it again, we will. Let's get that line straightened up in here. Now what are we going to do? Let's see. How about we do this line here, the fold of the eye. Just take some brown paint, burnt umber or brown, whatever you got there, and go over the fold right here. The fold of the eye. Good. And another one over here. Just follow your drawing. Follow your drawing. Okay, that's good. Leave that for now. All I want to do is get the basics in. Good. And we'll do the bottom lid. Okay, we got that there, and we're going to, underneath here, a little bit of a line here. Not too much. Keep your pressure a little light so that the line is nice and thin, okay? Alright. Keep that line thin. Don't want that too outstanding. There we go. We'll do the other one. Got a feeling we're going to need to do lots of adjustments by the time I get some of this done. I might put a little bit around here. Go around that corner. Maybe a little line in here for the tear duct. And maybe a little bit around here. Here. A little shadow in there for the tear duct. Alright. My that brush is trying to take control of me. Nasty brush. Alright, so we got the eyebrows, that. So now we will, let's do the lips. Okay, for the lips I'm just going to use a small round brush. And I'm just going to put some, I think, red and a little bit of brown, I think, to darken up the red a little bit. So, a little bit of brown with your red, just to darken up, so it won't be just jumping right out at you right now. Just a little bit of brown in with your red to darken it down a little bit. And now we will just paint in the lips. I've got a small chiseled edge brush or a filbert brush. That would be good. I think that would be good. We should try that. Let's try it. You got a little filbert brush here. If you don't, keep using the small round brush. I just want to try it to see what it looks like and see if it works better. Yep, it's pretty good. Not much difference really. When you get up, the chiseled edge of the filbert, see, when you get it up against the lip, when you get it up against the line, it will help it go right against the line. But if you got the little tiny brush, you've got to have a more of a steady hand, which my hand gets excited and just jumps around everywhere. So get that done. Get that done. Well, I almost went over the teeth that time. I should have made my lines a little darker. To make your lines a little darker, like take a pencil. If you can't see your lines, take a pencil and draw over them so you can see where the lines are. There we go, look. You can always paint over those. Sometimes you won't be able to cover them up, but you can make them lighter than that. I just want you to see what I did there. Okay. Okay. So let's get that lip done. Now see, the lips have a nice lot of highlights, so we'll do that after. Just want to get the lips done now, right? Just want to get them painted in. You have to have a bit of patience for this, guys. These take a long time to do. That's why you see me doing landscapes, because they're faster. But I like to get into more portraits. Actually, I'm thinking about trying to see if you guys are interested in sending me a picture of yourself where you're you know, whoever you want to have a face portrait done like this, okay? Not a full body or nothing like that, you know, nothing, not even shoulders. So it'd have to be a close-up of a face. And if you're interested in doing that, I'll see how many likes I get, because that will show me that you're interested. Like if I got, I don't know, 50 to 100 likes, I don't know if that's too many or not, but if I see that I have above average likes on this video, then I'll know you're interested in sending me your picture, and I'll paint it for you right on YouTube, and you can watch me paint you or your loved one or whoever, and the picture will be really nice and clear. If I get a pile of pictures in, I will pick the best, clearest ones, and then I will contact the person, because you're going to email them to me, okay? You email them to me at allisonparr@yahoo.com. That way I'll have your email address, and then if I pick your picture, It's not a contest or anything like that. It's just that I want to pick something that's pretty simple. And that's clear, and I can see the eyes really good. And so I can see everything, so I can do a good video. So, because some people send me pictures when they ask me to do commissioned art, and they're a bit blurry and things like that. It's really hard, so it takes me a lot longer. But if you're interested, I'll see what my likes are like. If I don't see very many likes, I'll know you're not really interested. And then I will, and in the meantime, send me your pictures anyway, if you want to. And then if it goes ahead, I will contact you. I'll hope to get, maybe even if I get 3 done or something, then I will contact you and let you know. So let's see what happens. Now keep your filbert brush or a small flat chiseled edge brush, and I think maybe we could put some shadows in here first. So I'm going to try that. So let's go with the colors that we started off. We'll start off with, I'm a messy palette here already. So our basic colors, and I did the skin tones video, so you should be able to find that. But this is what I did for the very basic colors, so you can be easier for you to do all your portraits starting off with this little recipe, and then you can add white or brown to lighten it or darken it. Okay, so I just start off with white. Will be my main first color, just to know where everything goes, because white is the main color. Little bit of yellow on the corner of my brush, little bit of red, kind of like pinkish hue. Now you can use that for a skin tone if you want. You don't have to add anything else to it if you don't want to. You can still use that as a skin tone. See, it's pretty. So I'm going to add a little bit of brown just to tan it up a little bit. And because we're going to do a shadow, I am going to add more brown. We'll have it a little browner, a little darker for her shadow. So underneath the eye, let's see, underneath the eye right here is a bit of shadow. Okay, so we'll put that in there first, just so we know where we are. And then we'll add this here for the shadow. Shadow comes all the way down the face. See? Can you see that? See? That side there. Oh, she looks like she got a beard. That's okay. Now, let's get our shadow in. I'm trying to do it the easiest way I can. Like, you probably could put in the lighter flesh tone first if you wanted to, but let's see how this works out. Don't work out, we can start over. No, please. So you got your lines in. When you traced it out, your sketch that you did, all you got to do is leave some lines in there so you know where the shadows are going. Now, when I did my sketch video, I just went by what I could see, so I guessed at it. So you do that too. You don't have to have lines in all over the place. So it looks like it comes around here, down around here, so you can shape it out first, and then you can fill it in. If you already have the lines there, good. If you don't, then look at the picture that you're following and find the shadows, and you can draw out the edges and then fill them in. Now this one goes around her chin a little bit. Alright. We got a windy day. Alright, so let's get this part done. Good. There we go. So let's finish up in here. That's good. There's some shadow around the nose. Let's get all that shaped out. And there's some shadow up here. All right. I'm just going by the picture, so I'm not going to correct it. I'm just going to go by the picture and see how it looks, and if I don't like it, then I'll correct it. Alright, looks like it goes down around this way. Somehow, let's see. It goes at the top of the nose here somewhere. And I think there's some right here. Just going by the lines in the picture. Good. And we have a bit here. And a little bit here. And here. I'll leave a little bit of white there between those two lines. Just so I can see where everything is. And a little bit here. And there's some shadow area up here. See some shadow up here. Alright. And I see some shadow here because I got the lines drawn, not because I'm figuring it all out by myself. Well, I guess I am, but still, those lines really help. They really, really help, so. So if you need more paint, either make up a batch of paint and have it set aside so that you got enough to do this much. That way you want to be trying to remix it and you're trying to get it to match up. So just make a batch, you know. When you make it up, put it in a little container or something, and somewhere where it won't dry up on you. And see how that color came out too reddish there, because I'm trying to remix, and I put too much red in there, so I'm just going to add more brown, a bit of white. Let's see what happens there. So you don't want to be doing this, then make up a full batch. I didn't do that, so now I'm a bit off, right? So this is what happens. Alright, we'll continue on. So lesson learned, make up the full batch. But it's okay. Even if your colors are off a little bit, it's still fun to learn how to do this, and then you can make sure next time that you have your full batch of paint, or that you may like the different colors on the face. Who knows? Who knows? It's your painting. Do whatever you want with it. Have fun. Okay. Good. Now, I think it comes down around here. Around here. Let's see, let's see. Yep, there it is over there. She's got a black eye. See that? Now. So, there we go. She must have been playing baseball. Okay, so I'm just readjusting a few colors here. I don't need to, but I just want to do it so you can see what I'm doing. So when you're doing this, and if you find some parts are a bit too complicated, look at the painting and see what's the easiest thing to do. Look at it and say, okay, well, what will be the easiest thing for me to do next? What could I do that will encouraged me to move on. I would think the areas where we have some of that dark, really dark colors here, so we can start getting the hair around the face, so we can see where the face ends. So I'm just going to use my flat chiseled edge brush for that, and I'm going to go into my black and a little bit of black, a little bit of blue, so I want to make some really dark colors, and brown. Black, blue, and brown. Okay, that was brown, blue, and black. If I told you backwards. So more brown than any other color. Okay, so we just want a really dark color. So that's going to go right here. Good. That's where her hair ends, right here. So we'll get a little bit of shadow there and separate it from her face for a pretty face. If I don't destroy it. Alright. So that's that. Oh, you didn't see that? Oh my goodness gracious. Too close. I forgot to zoom out. This is why I need a videographer, is that what you call them? To me, I just need a bit of help. Okay, so all I did was fill in that space right here. It's frustrating, you know, you're doing the video and you're sitting here going, oh yeah, do this and do that. Look what you can do here. And you're like, and then I look at the monitor, I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to zoom out. But if I had someone to help me when I get enough money, I guess, that boils down to money, then I will certainly be looking at somebody to help me. I want to make better videos. I want to make, like, I want to constantly, I'm going to be doing this the rest of my life, so I want to do the best I can so you can look at it and enjoy it. So not so you're trying to search and see where I did this and that. So I'm using my chiseled edge in my brush. I'm coming down the side here to get the hairline. Okay, we got that on monitor. Good, good, good. So we got the end of the hair right here. Right here. And over here. I think it comes over here. And here. There we go. I'm just going to make that hairline. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a few little strokes of hair so that I'll have an idea which way it's falling. Alright, just to know. Don't worry about it, we can cover all that up after. Yep. I just want to get something in there just to show that there's hair. Good, and then we'll put a little bit on over here. Now there's a shadow right here. You can use the same color if you want. Just shadow. And then we're going to go here. Let me see, I think the hair comes down here. And here. And here. And this is the hair. So if you don't put lines in, you won't know where the face ends. Good. Just make some lines. The hair comes under this way. And then it moves out this way. Right? And just lay some short strokes down and whoop, there's one big long one there. Down, and then you come down with the shape of the head by curving in. The backward C. It comes down. So now you just have that simple little, that's done. Now we can just get our flesh tone to look good. Alright, so here comes the hard part. Alright, so the hard part is to get your flesh tone, your basic flesh tone. Alright, so like we did before, we put the white and we'll put, oops, I got some brown in that. So put some white and then we'll put a little bit of yellow. Alright, and a little bit of red, so it's your basic recipe. And you can use that if you want to. Use that for your pinkish flesh tone. And if that's, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to add a bit of brown to get a lighter flesh tone. Now that's too, we want this, you know, to be too dark. Let's see, that's not a bad little flesh tone there, I think. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's not bad. My brush is a little dirty. Alright, so I'm just going to put that on there. Let's see what happens. So whatever color flesh tone you want, more on the reddish side, just add a little more red. Just use the basic recipe. Alright. Go around the eye, we'll come back and add some more to that after. Good. Just a bit of flesh over here. And we can clean up that eyebrow a little bit. Because I found it a bit too thick. You might have to go back and forth on this. I'm going to take that down a little bit. I'll come back and fix that again. Always fixing. Okay, took out our shadow, but I'll fix that after too. So, got that much done. Come down here and go over here. Go right next to that line. Okay, good. Comes down around this area. And get all that done. There we go. Just keep putting on that color. She might look a little strange right now because we're getting on the basic colors. Trying to get everything in place. Just trying to get things in place and figure out where things go. Alright. Nose, and that stays a bit bright there on top, so you want to come down around here like that there, and down here. Scrape it up. Oops. Yep, she looks a little strange there now, boys. Boys. Oh my, I'm silly. I'm silly. Silly putty. That's what I am. I'm putty. Okay, so let's give this around the mouth. Around here, just fill in the spots. Good. Good. Around here. Good. Now this should be all in one color. My colors are, because I didn't make my batch. So you can make a batch, that will be great. then you won't have this problem of having to change the colors. Okay. Just going over what I did so I can clean up some of the, just clean up. We're going to have to do, you probably might have to do a second coat if you see that as messy looking. It's like we want a really soft look, right? We want a nice soft look. So we might have to do a couple of coats. And we have some here. Just filling everything in. It's a bit of a shadow there. I'll come back to that in a minute. Alright. Yeah, I would suggest you make up a little batch. Or buy your flesh tone already made. That might help you. Just for this main part here, because that's the part that is when you're doing a large section of the face, and then you got to go back and get more paint to dry on you, then you got to remix it, and then your colors might come out a little different. So I would suggest that you go out and buy yourself a nice, I'll see if I can put that in my Amazon shop for you, flesh tone. And I'll see if I can get, it can be flesh tone in any brand, so I'll see what's there and I'll put it on my, see if I can find it for you. And I would suggest that you buy a flesh tone for the bigger area, and then when you get that flesh tone, then just add a bit more brown to it to darken up for the shadows, okay? So that might work. This should work really nice. It's a lot better than having to try to match up your colors. Okay, I'm going in there and shake that up a little bit. Okay. Alright. Where's she going? She's trying to get away. She's like, I don't like my vase. I want to be prettier than that. We'll do our best. We'll get you pretty. I'm sure when we're finished you'll be happy. Alright. She's coming around. Not bad, you know. Bit of work to it, yes. So, I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to take some more of that flesh tone and I'm going to put it in here. A little more darker so we can see what we're doing. Like I say, our acrylics dry really fast, so this would be the great way. This, I think portraits will be great for any medium that delays the drying time or extends the drying time. I think you would be, yes, I think it would be really good. I would highly suggest using a blending gel. Right, I'll put that on my shop too. So you can buy it wherever, you know, wherever you're going to buy it, in your local stores or whatever. But if you do a lot of shopping on Amazon, you can go to my Amazon shop, and I got a nice shop there with as many brushes and paints and things that I could think of that I would use and I've already used, right? So if you want to have a look at that, then you can, like I say, you can even go in there and look at it and then make a list. And then if you can get it cheaper somewhere else or whatever way you want to buy it, it's fine with me. I'm happy to help as best I can. And if you do buy it off my shop, I'll get a little perk, a little commission, you know, 5 cents, 10 cents. It's true. I'm joking. But anyway, what odds? What odds? It's all fun. Now, what else can we do? We got to fix her face up. So I got a bit of a shadow color right here. So I'm going to add a bit of brown. A bit more brown to my colors. Where are you? There you are. Just adding a bit of brown to my basic color that I was using. Just to darken it up. There we go. See? And I'm going to bring that down around her lip. There we go. There we go. Good. Good, good. I don't know how you guys out there, if you're making YouTube videos or not. I don't know if you are or not, but if you are, let me know, and I'll have a look at your YouTube videos, and maybe I can put a few links on mine, give you a little boost, because new people now are having not having a hard time, but if you want to start making some money with YouTube, they got some new rules and stuff, so you have to make a lot of, I think it's 1,000 watch time, and I don't know, I didn't really pay much attention to it, but you can check it out. But if you are a YouTube creator, I'd like to know that. I'd like to know how many people are watching me are YouTube creators themselves, because you could be trying to learn different ways. You could be looking at different videos to see what way you'd like to teach, you know. And I'll be glad to help you and give you tips or whatever you want, if I can do anything to help, because I know I need a lot of help. I looked at a lot of YouTube videos, and I like to mention some of the names that I've been following, but I don't know if I have to have permission or not. So I'll probably check with them and see if it's okay with them, if I can mention their name on my, yeah, if I can mention their name. So I don't know, I still don't know exactly how all this works, but I love it and I love learning, so it's all fun. And it's because you guys are always giving me really good compliments, and that encourages me. Some of you guys say, oh, you really inspired me, and you really encouraged me, but you don't realize how much you're encouraging me, so, and inspiring me to keep doing this. So we'll get there, we'll get there. We're getting there. All right. So let's see if we can clean up the eyes a little bit. So we got a bit of brown. I'm using my little tiny round liner brush. And I'm going to come a little bit in here. Don't want it to be too thick though. It looks to me like that part of her hair is coming down closer to her face. So I'll take advantage of that bit of paint I got on my brush there now and bring it down a bit, because it's kind of throwing me off a little bit here, so I think it's going like that. I think it's like that. I think it's coming down a little more over the eye. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but I tell you, it's so windy here today. We've had a lot of wind. This is June 2018. I'm not sure the date. June 17th, 18th or something. And we've been having cool weather, and anyway, that's alright. We take the good with the bad. In Newfoundland, we take the good with the bad when it comes to weather. Now, yeah, I think our eye is a little, yeah, it's a little closer there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my same brush and I'm going to darken this line in here. Let me bring it down a little further. There we go. Good. Oopsie. Oopsie. Make sure I get everything okay. I don't want to look at my monitor and the camera is somewhere else. Okay. So, let's get that line in here. I want to start getting into more live streams too. If I was doing a live stream here tonight, I don't know if I'd be able to. I'd probably take 3 hours to do it. So I try to do live streams with much easier paintings so that I don't be there forever. So I'm just cleaning up some of the edges here. I'm trying to see where I think it might need more shadow. I'll just put a little bit of Just using up some of the paint, I got to shadow that up a little bit. Let's see. A little bit here. A little bit over here. Now if I zoom in and I forget to zoom out, scream at me, okay? They zoom out, Allison. Alright, so I'm going to add, let's see. I think I'll do some more over here too. Zoom out, zoom out. There we go. You know, when you're sitting here by yourself, knowing that you are talking to an audience, you get kind of silly because you're by yourself and there's nobody around, and you're trying to keep yourself company. Although you know when it goes down, it's being recorded. So you get a little bit, I don't know, just funny. Just funny. It makes it fun too, you know, because I'm here talking to myself, you know. One time you talk to yourself, people probably, you know, say, well, what are you talking to yourself for? But when they see you doing a video, and they see you talking to your camera, they say, oh, you're doing a good job. So, I wet my brush a little bit with some water, and I'm going to bring a little bit of that in here. I'm going to add a little bit of weight to it. I'm sort of adjusting things, adding a little bit of water, and like I said, don't let it drip. I'm just adding a little bit of water just to soften it up a bit, okay? So I'm trying to get a little bit in here, a little bit of color, a little bit in here. I just added a bit of water and a little more white to my brown, to the base color, I should say, and that will give some color here. I have to fix that again, see, because I went over it and now I gotta readjust it. So I'm gonna do this one over here while I'm doing it. Okay. Good. I think it's coming along. I'll put that in here, this little lighter part in here. Make sure I got it zoomed in. Yeah. Okay, so a little bit up around here. Now underneath, and let's do this one first. This one here is a bit lighter. Keep your line. And you see how dark it is underneath the eye there? Well, we're going to do the same with the other one. Make it a bit darker under here. Oopsie daisies. Again. Under here. Good. I'll just do that for now. And I'm going to take my chiseled edge flat, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit on the edge here so that it won't be, just clean it up a little bit. The brush is a little wet, so I'm going to dry it off again and straighten it up a bit. Okay, good. Good. Just gives a bit of a shadow under the eye, that's all. Now I'm only going by a picture. So I'm only going by what the picture showed me. And I find a picture is a little different. Looks, you know, it's a little different. But it still looks cute and pretty and everything. But it's a little different. But if I were to go by a photograph, like I said, when I'm going to do another one of a photograph. Like I said, whoever sends me one and it's clear and you know, in a really good photo. Then I'll go by whatever the shadows are on your photograph. So I'll be going by all that when I get, if you decide to send me your photograph to paint, I'll be going by all that. So if I don't pick you, it's only because it was either too hard, shadows weren't right, there were too much shadows, or maybe the face was turned to the side too much, you know, anything like that, right? So, you know, you don't go saying, oh, how come she didn't pick me? So I'll pick the best ones in picture wise, and easy for me to do, and I can see it and everything. So don't think I didn't pick it because your hair was a certain color or something. Right? No, nothing like that. Nothing at all like that. Now, I tell you, if I get a baby picture and it's really cute, I can't resist that. They're so beautiful. I did commission art on baby pictures and they come out so cute. So sweet. So I'm going to add a little bit of hair. I think the hair comes down over here a little bit more. So I'm just putting a little brown on there. Just coming down with a little bit of brown. And I think I'm going to come in here more. Okay. Yeah, because it seems like the eyes were needed to be pushed back a little bit. A little bit of yellow added to my brown just to get a yellowish color started. A little bit of yellow. Now that we got a little bit of yellow there, we can throw in a little bit of yellow here if you want. See, I'm coming down on this side right here, and this little bump here, I'm going to jump over that. I'm not going to paint that at all right now to make it look bumpy. I'm just going to add some yellows, just so we can get it started. A little bit of brown in there. And not doing anything fancy yet. I'm going to come over this way. And I'm going to leave that there and come down this way. Okay? Just to give it a little bit of a shape. So I'll know what the shapes are and what's going on. This time I'm going to add a little bit more yellow to my brown. Just throw in a few darks. Because it gets darker as it goes back, doesn't it? Right? Alright. If you want this picture of the painting before you start this, let me know and I'll send you the pattern, or I'll send you just a copy of the picture itself that's already painted, right? And then you can throw a little bit of red. I'm not trying to do anything here right now. I'm just trying to get some idea where the hair is. And so I have a quick little tip for you, or a little trick, I guess you could call it, if you want, on how to make the hair really nice, like these, like this, like this. See all those hair strands? See those? I got a little trick for that for you, so make it easy for you, okay? I'll be showing you that now a little later on. So I just thought I decided to do it myself just to try it out, because I'm always trying new things and trying different things, and I said, whoa, I must put that in my video. I think they like that. So I'll get to that after. I don't want to give you too much at one time because you got enough to deal with now. We're trying to get this done. Okay. So let's just play with this a little bit. We don't need to do very much here. Just get something in there, that's all. You can use your dirty brush, chisel edge flat, some more yellow. Just throw some yellow in here. I got a little bit of red left down there. An orange. But I'm not trying to do anything on purpose. Follow the lines that you did. And you can even skip over a few for highlights. Good. Just adding some brown, red, and yellow just to get those short strokes in there. Now there's a part of the hair that comes over this way. I think it's probably here somewhere, not sure. I will figure it out in a minute. So I'm going to put that here like that, I think. And then I'm just going to drag just short strokes. Short strokes. I'm not even mixing my colors. I'm just throwing it on my chiseled edge brush. And I'm just flicking these short lines in here just to get some idea what way the hair is going to go. Just add a little bit of water to your brush just to get it to move a bit better. See? There's my grandfather clock going off. I don't know if you can hear it or not. So cool. Now, just gonna get that in there like that. Not even gonna worry about it right now. I'm not finished with her face yet. But you know what happens with me, I don't know about you, but I like moving around different areas, you know, so I can get as much color in there as I can so I can see where everything is headed. And so I do that in my drawings too sometimes, and my paintings. I'll move around. In my paintings, I'll probably start with sky and do the foreground after. But in the sky, I might move around to some different clouds and different colors. Just so you break it up. You don't want to get bored. I know you won't get bored with painting, but you know, you get kind of tired of being at the one place. Kind of like, okay, I'm tired of doing the here and now. I've been at the here for an hour. I want to do something, right? You know, and even though you're not finished the here and you got a lot to do, then you move on to something else just so you can see where everything is going. See? See, nice and colorful? Yeah. Yo. Lots of shadows there. Like my hands too. I got my backlights on, but it seems to be creating shadows. Let's see. So she's doing fine. Alright. Okay, I'm going to take my ultramarine blue again. Add a little bit of white to it. And I'm going to come over here around the eye. Now I'm using my liner brush. I'm going to change it because it's too big and long. I'm going to use my shorter one. Okay? So, I'm always changing things. But I want you to know that you can do that, okay? You might see some books or something will say, you got to use this brush, you got to use that brush, and kind of throws you off a little bit. You think you can't do it because you don't have the right brushes. Or okay, so I'm going to move that eye a little bit. I'm going to straighten that eye up a little bit. I'm going to let's darken that corner. Just go straight into ultramarine blue. Let's try cleaning up that corner there. Darkening up that shadow. Good. Whoops, I don't want to lose that. Alright, and just going to come around here. And I'm going to, there we go, just trying to get the shape of the eye. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a bit of white. Clean off your brush, just wipe it off. You don't have to put in water or anything. Just put a bit of white on it now while it's still wet. If you get the blending gel, it will always be wet for you. But I got to work fast because I don't use the blending gel right now. I just put a little highlight right here. And I'll probably make that a bit brighter after. I'm going to clean my brush a little bit. I'm going to take some black. And I'm going to do the pupil again. Something you might need to do is second coat. Make that highlight a little smaller. Good. Alright. I think it's okay. Let's do this other one here. Do the pupil while you got the black. Maybe a little bigger. I think that's fine. Good. And now with the same brush, let's get our blue again. Let's get some blue and maybe a little bit of white. And judge your blue to how much you want, okay? Darken up this edge up here, go around here, here, and then we'll put our highlight in. Now let's put our highlight in. Some white, clean your brush off and just get some white. And we'll go into here. You can tap it on if you want, if you find it a little easier. Whoops. When you hear me say oops, then you know I did something wrong. I jumped my hand. Well, let's try this one again. It's not bright enough. Okay. Okay, let's see how that looks. Getting there. We're getting there. Put a little bit more white on that. Oops. Again, oops. It's okay, but just watch. We can fix that. Just going with some blue. So on the eyes, you might have to go back and forth a few times to get what you're looking for, okay? So that eye there doesn't seem to want to let me highlight it. I'll try it one more time. Tap it on this time, see if that'll work. Sneak it on. There we go. That'll do for now. A little bit up here. Try that anyways. I like to have a little tiny bit of highlight in here. Tap on a little highlight there. How's that? A couple little highlights here. I think that should do it. Because when when somebody takes your picture, all the light from the, yeah. I think it's getting there, you know. I'm doing a video, so it's a little bit harder. I mean, as you can see, I did this painting here, and it's different because I took my time. Could take me about 8 hours or more to do this one because I wanted to get it all. I had to go over it a few times and things. So where I'm doing a video right now, I try to speed it up a little bit, but we'll do our best. I think I need a little touch up here in the eye. I get a bit of blue. A little bit of blue and white. See if I can match up the color a little bit. You have to straighten things up. There we go. This video might be a bit long. I'm not sure if I'll break it up into parts. I don't know how you feel about that. If I do one long video, it might be an hour and a half long, so I'll check and see if I have to do this in parts. This corner of our eye here, I'm going to use my blue color. Shade it in a bit here. Right, so we'll get a bit of blue, a bit of white, and a little tiny bit of black, kind of, or brown, grey it up a little bit, and more white. So if you take a little bit of blue and a bit of white and a bit of black, mix it, you get a bit of a grayish color, but I want it a brighter. I want a little bit of blue there. There we go. For a shadow. You can also use brown instead of blue if you want to still grade up. And I think I'm going to brighten it up a little bit more. Let's try that. Not too bright. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to add a little more white to that. Don't want it too dark. Because the white of the eye be too white, it won't look natural. Get some more white, I think. Clean off my brush and get more white. Clean off my brush. Try to get that a little better. More white. You might get it on the first try, but I have to make adjustments. It's better. Into the corner of the eye here too. The shadow. I'm leaving a little white closer to the eye there. I think that's okay. Do the other eye, that grayish color, but more lighter than the, not too dark. Let's get that around here. A little bit up here. And some over here underneath here. See, it makes the eyes go deeper. Deeper. Maybe a bit of white. And lighten it up a little bit here. You make adjustments as you go along. Good. Make adjustments if you have to. See how deep our eyes look now? Because of the shadows and everything. Take this longer brush here, longer liner brush, and put some black on there. Black for our eyelashes. Fill up my brush. Black. See how it's dripping there? So, see that? Get that off because that will go on your painting and then you won't get those nice thin lines. Let's see, how can we do our eyelashes? Let's just flick up a few little lines. Make some longer than others. Some shorter ones down here, and then we'll come up here and make them a little longer. Some short ones, some long ones, make it look a little natural. And we'll do some over here. Little ones down here, and as you get to the top of the line, you can make them a little bigger. Try to make them a little curved. Good. Good, good. Let's play with her lips a little bit, see what we can do there. I'm going to use the long liner brush again. I'm going to try this and see how it works. Maybe I'll use another brush, we'll see. So I'm going to pick some, let me see, some white. Let's just go with the white and some red. Get kind of a pinkish color. Put more white than red. Let's see how that works out. See a little drip there? Okay, get rid of that. Now let's go and pull up some lines, get some highlights. Now we may have to go over this a few times, okay? So, start at the bottom of the lip. Pull up some of these lines. And up here, bring them back down to meet up with those guys. Good. Let's see Let's see if this works. Not too happy with my brush. I might try my flat chiseled edge brush. Let's try the flat chisel edge. I'll try it first before you do. That way if I make a mess you can say, oh, that didn't work. This one's a little bit big. Let's see. You know what, I'm going to try my filbert because that one's a bit too big. I can find it, here it is. I want to try that one, see what happens. It's a bit better. I think that's better. Seems to be working a bit better. I'm going to pull that down here and go over that again. Just keep playing with it until you get what you're looking for. Okay. See, we go down here, a little bit of highlight up here. Now let's clean our filbert brush off on our tissue and get some of the deeper red by putting red with a little bit of brown. Let's try the brown. A little bit of brown. That's deep, that's nice. Let's try that. See what happens. Oh, it's not dark enough. So I'm going to add a bit of blue. Add a bit of blue. Where am I? Blue, my red. That's too blue. Add more red. I want to use that for a shadow color in here. In here. And the crease of her mouth right here. So get some shadow in here and in here. Bring it out to the edge. Good. And underneath the lip here, we did that already, but I didn't get it dark enough. I'm pretty sure when I did this before, I had to go over it several times. Down at the bottom. Now, if you can find an easier way to do that, you certainly can do that. Let's give it a little bit of a line up here. Shadow. A little bit here. Good. darken that there and here. I'm thinking that bottom lip is a bit too big. So I'm just going to try and, yeah, let's bring that down here like this. And the line under here. Now when you're following along with this, don't try to do it exactly like me, because I might be making a few mistakes here, okay? So make sure if something don't look right, you know, do it what looks right to you, okay? Good. A little more red. I just cleaned my brush off a little bit and the tissue, and I got a little more red to go in this corner here. A little bit here. I may have to take this part out here with some flesh tone because it looks like a little bit too big for me. I'm not sure what's going on there. It could be the way I drew it. Probably didn't draw it exactly the way I should have. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I must have did something wrong because the top lip in this picture here looks bigger than the bottom lip, but I got it the opposite. Now, how did I do that? Well, I'm going to tell you about it anyway. I'm not going to hide it because I want you to see. Sometimes things can go haywire. Now I could start it over and fix it all up and everything, but I'm just going to continue on. So I'm going to take this, let's see, this is a little smaller down here. I'm just going to make adjustment right here, right here. Maybe if I move this down a little bit. That part a bit smaller. That might help. And now we'll take the same brush and clean it off really good. And then we'll get some of that pink color, a bit of white and red. And bring up some of those lines again. Yeah, those highlights are coming down here. See, we do another picture and it'll be different. The highlights could be way different depending on the picture itself. Now I'm going to go back and get a bit of red, bit of that darker color again, and I'm going to bring up some of these lines here like this. Go back into the lips, a little bit here. Good. That way the highlight is not too bad. Now, let's see, does that look okay? Let's see, maybe I could bring that down a bit more over here. So let's take the dark blue, a little bit of black, and let's see, a bit of blue, and a little bit of brown, and a little bit of black. Get that nice dark, a little bit of red too, I think. And just try to get that corner one right here. Looks kind of like it needs to be adjusted. adjust it. And now we have to get our red again. And, oh, my arm is in the way. Put that over here. And then I'm going to put some of that red right here in the corner to clean up that line and not make it too big. Just adjust your lines. Try to get them so that they look sensible. I'm just going to leave that like that for now. Good. So getting a little bit of shadow color for under the nose here. So that's just a little, that's just your basic color, basic recipe, right? Of your white, a bit of yellow, a bit of red, and a little bit of brown to darken it up so we can get that shadow color again. Right? And that goes, let's see, that goes somewhere around here as a shadow. Now, what we want to do now is go back to the flesh tone again. So we'll go with our basic colors of white, yellow, a little bit of red, a little bit of brown, now I want to get it lighter than that, so there we go, getting there, a bit of more white. See if that's too light. Let's see now. Okay, we're going to do a second coat. It's a nice color. A little bit lighter, but that's nice. Doing your second coat will make it much softer looking. And when you use your blending gel, then you won't have to worry about it blending. But you'll see some of mine dries really fast, and I gotta work fast. It dries on me, then it changes. Go around the chin. Good. And we got, clean up this area here. Come down in here a bit more. And we go in here. And we will just getting a little more paint, and I'm going to go in here because I don't like the way that lip is shaped. That's better. Good. See how you can shape things up if you don't like the shape? It's better, isn't it? A little bit in here. Shape up your lip whatever way you think it needs it. Shape it up. Okay. Now there's a shadow in here. I'll do that in a minute. Just trying to get the lighter parts of the face done first. See how a second coat makes it really nice and smooth? See how pretty that is? Good. It's a shadow right here and around the nose, so just do the lighter part. Good. Do up here. See, that second coat is really making it nice. Zoom out, Allison, zoom out. I heard you. I heard you yelling at me. Zoom out. Okay, so down around here. The eyebrows straighten up a little bit. What do you think? What do you think? Now I got to shade that a bit darker in a minute. I just wanted to straighten up that eyebrow. Kind of looks too thick to me. It's good to be able to show you how to, how you can straighten things up a little better. Takes time. Takes time to move a mountain. Yeah, it certainly do. Take time to move a mountain. Alright, so I'm going to get, she comes down around here. We already did that part. And her nose. Now we can clean up this part up here. Alright. I'm using my chiseled edge flat brush. Try different brushes if that don't work for you, okay? And see, it's so much smoother, isn't it? Go up against the shadow that you did. Smooth out the edge there. If you go over it a little bit, it's okay. Just gives it a blending look. Gives it a bit of a blended look. Bring that up here and give it. Went up too high that time. I'm trying to round it off a little bit. So she looks more smoother now, which is kind of nice. Let's see. If I'm a bit quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. Try to. Alright. A little bit of a lighter shade on the chin there to bring it out more. Now we just got to get her nose straightened up and her shadow in here. Let's just try a little bit in here. Come down here. Nose. Trying to make that a little more. I gotta get some shadow color for here and here. Let's see. I think I might have that too. Let's see. Probably make more sense when I put the shadow on there. Alright. Alright, so let's now put our shadow. Just add more brown to your color, your skin tone. And it goes brown right here. Let's see. We got some brown here. And what else we got? This here looks a bit weird. Let's try that. And we have a shadow here. Goes up to around here. Add a little bit of white to that color that you did. I'll bring that too white. I don't want it too white, more brown. Just your colors. Just your colors so that you can see what you're doing. Bring it up around here. I'm going to add more brown. So I want to get that up around the nose a little bit to give it shape. Right here. That shadow color. Here. Oh, it doesn't want to go brown. I'll just keep adding more brown until I get what I'm looking for. Oh. Okay. Good. So, getting there. We are certainly getting there. Let's see if I can adjust that a little bit. So go back and forth with your shadow color until you get what you're looking for. Even if you have to go over it a little bit, if it's too light, too dark, or as long as you got everything in place, then you can just go back over it again without too much trouble. Alright. Might need to put some more flesh tone right here and around here. Okay? So, hopefully you got patience. Hopefully you got patience. Give it a shadow around here. It takes patience and time. It takes patience and time. Alright. I'm going to take my long liner brush and I'm going to put in brown, burnt umber, and I'm going to straighten up this line here. This one a little darker. Oh, I got my water coming off again. Here I am telling you not to do it, and I end up doing it. Okay. Clean up this line in here. Get in there. we're getting there. I'm going to put a little highlight there in those corners, I think, in the tear duct. Just a little bit. All right. Let's see what else we can do now. I think I'm going to add a little more highlight here because I got this one fairly big, so this one looks like it needs adjustment there. So I'm just going to use the flesh tone, and if this brush works for me, I will get to use this. Not bad. Chisel edge might work a bit better. So to be able to see that, I'm going to add some brown to my brush. And let's see if I can get that a little deeper underneath here. Yeah, a little bit deeper under there so we can see that little shadow. Whoops, there's a whoops again. So I'm going to highlight that or lighten that up there where I made it too dark right here on the edge. Okay, I got it. Now, a little bit of shadow in here. Trying to thin out that eyebrow a little bit. Alright. I might put some more here over here. Now I need that line there. My liner brush. A bit of brown and make sure it's dark enough. Dark enough and thick enough. No, there we go. It's a bit better. Like I said, it's tedious. I don't know, I should try my finger there. And then just get my brush and fill in that spot there. Now, any adjustments you need to make, you can make them. You need some more shadows, just keep adding brown. Okay. Just add your brown. Oh, look at that. That's another whoops. Goodness gracious. It's okay. It can be fixed. See? Nothing too serious. There we go. Going over to soften it up. Seems more shadow over there, doesn't it? A little bit light. Not much. Not too much. Just a little bit. Alright. We'll fix her eyebrow now in a minute. Should be fine. She's probably mad at me right now for getting her makeup wrong. But, you know, you have to keep trying and trying to figure out which way it goes and how it goes. Alright, we get that much done. Now, what else? Let's see. I think we've got a little bit of a highlight over here. A little bit on the side. Yep, just a little bit of flesh tone over here. It's a bit of a highlight there, not much of one. Okay. So, just a little bit of highlight here. And that's about it, really. So now, it's coming along. So I have to clean up this part here. There we go. Now what we'll do is we'll put our shadow in there. A little more brown. We have a little bit of a shadow here coming down this way. Comes down this way. Out. And meets up with this one here. I make my shadows a little darker so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Not much of a shadow up here. Looks like there should be one though. That's okay. There is a shadow here. Coming down here. Some of your brown. Little shadow there. Good. And a bit of shadow here. Good. Go back to your flesh tone. You'll need to make up a batch of flesh tone because you're going to be going back and forth. So you don't need to mix it up because you're trying to make a mess like I'm making a mess. It's going to be very difficult for you to get your basic color. So make up a batch. And that will be much easier for you to get the color you want to match it up. So I might be having a little bit of a problem matching it up exactly because I'm making a real mess here because I'm doing the video and that's the way I do it. So let's see what else we can do. Now it's coming along. You can make some adjustments. I see the mouth here, it needs her teeth. And we're just going to shade in the teeth a little bit so they're nice and dark. And to make her mouth a little more pouty, we can add our blue and red together, get a bit of a purplish color. And we can we can make this in here a little darker. Just make a few adjustments to help you get what you're looking for. Yep, just get a nice dark line in here. And that gives her a nice little look there. So keep getting the darker color, putting it at the bottom here. And good. And we get a bit of white to add to that. That line there is a little too thick. Take that out. So you make adjustments as you work along with it, okay? A little more white to the teeth. But you want some shadow in the teeth so they won't stand out too much. And then you can make adjustments to the face by adding a little more shadow on the edge here. A little shadow color, and just add a little more shadow just to give more shape to the nose. And a bit of white on the top here. And what we'll do now, these shadows are nice and dark. I did that so that you could see them, that's all. But you can lighten them up better than that if you like. So we're going to finish off the eyebrows. And then we're going to work on the hair. So with the eyebrows, we will go with, let's see, let's go with some white. Let's try white, or a really light brown. Let's see first what we need. Just a few little streaks of white. Now she don't have white in her eyebrows, but I'm going to put this in as a background so that we can get some realistic look to her eyebrows. Okay, so that's one. Make sure you can see it. Good, and then we'll do the other one. Up, up. Okay. Do the other one. We'll get some of those white lines in there just for a background so we can put some more brown back on. Give it more of a realistic look. Good. May need to go over that with some. Okay, now we'll go and get some of our brown, burnt umber, whatever dark brown you have there, and then just put lines over that again with the dark, with the brown. See, and that breaks it up and it gives it more of a little bit of a more realistic look to her eyebrows. Good. The white will be basically highlights. There we go. Now if the white is still wet, it may start turning a light color on you, but just keep doing this for a minute. Good. Shape up her eyebrows the way you want them. Good. Get them nice and round up here on the top. Good. So now we can round them up, make them nice and shapely. Good. So you can go back and forth on this as much as you want. I don't want to spend many hours just picking at it because you'll get bored, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to do some adjustments, and as long as you got the basics and you got the skin tone color and you got the basics of how we did this, then you can make adjustments as you go along. Don't expect it to be perfect at first because this is not easy. It's not easy. Some videos may make it look easy, but you know, I don't think it's that easy. Not for me anyway. So I put a bit of shadow there inside the nose so that would make it look more like it's shadowy, and you always put a bit of highlight on the nose there. And we might do some more highlighting and stuff, but let's see what I can show you so that you can, so that you have an idea what's going on. Let's put a little bit of, I'll just make a few little adjustments where I think I need them. Alright. Her eyes look pretty good. Her eyebrows are not too bad there now. That looks a bit better there now. See, in the picture, this picture, she may have been in some kind of a lighting situation where, you know, sometimes when you're in light, like my shadows there, see how dark they are? Right? So if I was painting my head and that shadow would be pretty dark. Now in another circumstance, it might be lighter, like over here. So it depends on the way the lighting was set up. And we're just going to go by the picture as if it was really, really dark shadows on the face. But you can certainly change that to a lighter shadow as long as you have some idea. And it depends on the picture also how it's going to turn out. So that's why I'd like to do more portraits for you, so that I can show you the difference in different portraits and how they differ in shadows and things like that. So you can certainly think about that one. You know, not everybody wants to have their portrait done right in front of thousands of people, you know. But I want to clean that edge up there. See, I just want to show you how you can pick at it and get it the way, and make it more round there on the edge. See that? Right? Because it was kind of straighter. So I'm just trying to get that shadowed look, like it's going around the face. Yeah, so I'd like to be able to show you more portraits in different lighting situations. Some with hardly any lighting, just with some shading to bring out the face, bring out the shape of the face. If you look at my where I did a sketch, it shows you all the shading and how I shade it and everything. Now it's so much different from doing a painting, because paintings are a little harder. But if you look at that, I'll leave the link, and if you look at that sketch and how I got the shadows and everything, it might help you a little bit. It may not. I'm not sure, but who knows. So what we can do here is we can put some highlights. Normally when you do a portrait, there's a highlight that you ever look at people and pictures and stuff, and you'll see that there's light in the center of the face. It's like it's brighter here, coming down the nose, tip of the nose, and the chin. That's where the light seems to, when your face on, it seems like that's where the light is. So why don't we lighten up, maybe destroy our painting, but you know, you never know, let's try. So let's get our basic colors of white and our little bit of yellow. And unless you got a big batch of this, or you bought pre-made paint, this is what you're going to have to do every time you want to go back to the flesh tones, right? But if you bought that flesh tones and you want to lighten it, just add white to it to lighten it up, right? And if you want to darken it, just add the brown. So, you know, but you'll always have that one color already made. Mine is empty there now because I used it in art class, so I'm going to get some more. I think that will be much easier to teach you, because there's too much going back and forth with the colors. So, especially when I'm doing videos. So I'm just going to mix up a lighter color so I can make some kind of a highlight on her forehead. And that might be a little bit too bright, so I mean, you adjust it. See what happens. Oh, beat me up. Okay, so I'm going to darken this a small bit more, but I want it a little bit lighter than what her skin tone is on there already. So, but I don't want it to the point where it's like a white blob. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a highlight here. coming down the nose a little bit, and a little bit just in the center there. You see how that's, you smooth it out into the nose. You got the tip of the nose already done, and some around the chin. See? So that kind of brings it out a bit more too. Almost looks gray there on the camera, but it's really a nice light color. See if I can get it lighter. Maybe that will show up better. Maybe. Well, I'm noisy tonight, aren't I? Okay, so a little bit lighter there, but on the camera it's not going to show. It's only going to show as a blob. But we'll spread that out. Okay. Come down the nose. So we can have some highlight on the nose and move that around and around the chin. Now what I'm going to do is, before that dries on me, I'm going to wipe my brush off and clean it off really good so that there's no paint on it. And then I'm going to just move that around a bit, okay? Move it around so it'll go into what you already have done. There we go. And that will blend in with the rest of it. But yet it won't. There we go. Get that before it dries down here. I just scrub it in. No, blending gel, you wouldn't have a problem with that. Right? Blending gel would really help. Alright. A little bit more on our nose. There we go. You can use your hand if you want to, your finger. So that's a little better. But like I said, the camera's not showing that really nice glow. Oh, I'll tell you somewhere else you should have it. Our cheeks. Let's do her cheeks. Let's see. Let's see now if I don't ruin this. Let's see. Like I say, when you're doing a video, you have no idea what's going to happen, but when you're doing it live, it's even harder. So I'll put a little bit of white on the cheeks, a little bit of white here, a little bit of white here. Clean off the brush really good. And next time I'm going to take my jewelry off because it's too noisy. Okay, now blend that in. Because your brush is really clean, it's going to spread it out and it's going to blend it in with what you already have done without destroying everything. Alright, so that gives that cheek a nice little glow. And that cheek a nice little glow. Alright. That's not too bad. There we go. That did that. Might be hard to see on the camera, but so just do that, just to brighten up different areas of the face. Like I said, the forehead, cheeks, nose, and chin are the highlighted areas, okay? Right, now let's try the hair. Now I brought the lips up a little bit more just by making a line above what I did and filling it in with some red, bring it back down to the white. I just did that when I was taking a break there and I saw the lips and I said, well, maybe I'll, rather than, you know, just doing it on the video, and it's so simple to fix, is just make the lines a little bigger on top of the lip. Okay, so some things that you don't really need, you can just you know, I can tell you what to do. I could even, you know, just guide you through anything. If you want to try this and you're having a lot of problems with it, or you're having any problems with it, just let me know and you can email. Like, everybody got my email address, and that's the best place to ask me questions, or you can leave it in the comments. But when you leave it in the comments, it's great. But I try to get back to everybody. I think I get notified. I try to get back to everybody as soon as I can. So you can comment, and then I'll be able to tell you if I can answer you there, or if you would rather email me, okay? So, trying to give you as much options as I can because, like I said, I'm doing this full time, and as soon as I get up in the morning, I check my emails, or I'm checking my computer all the time when I'm not painting and teaching and stuff, so I can respond to people. So I'm using my chisel edge brush. With the chiseled edge brush, we will try the hair. So now we're going to add some colors to the hair. So we're going to go with some, let me see, maybe some yellow and some brown. All right, let's try yellow on one side and brown on the other. And let's just throw them in. It won't be exactly the same, but we got the yellow under painting there, so we can use some of that. It's not going to be the same as the picture. Don't have to be exactly the same. Let's bring that hair over here a little bit. Okay. Whenever you layer your paint, so you layer your paint, which means you're doing 2 or 3 coats, right? And what happens is it just brings everything together. So you'll get used to that after a while. You'll know what to keep and what to go over. So I got yellow underneath there, so I want to keep some of that. And I got that dark spot there, so I want to keep some of that. So I'm going to get a little more yellow. I'm going to go back and forth with my yellow and brown for now. Alright, so yellow. Alright. And that nice white line there is pretty. I don't want to lose that. So yellow and brown for now. Alright, we want to keep that shape over here. See that little shape coming over here? A little shape over here. We'll come down around here. And we get a little bit of brown. Some yellow. A bit of brown, some yellow. Let's add a little bit of red and yellow and brown. Red and yellow on one side and brown on the other. Let's try that for a bit of fun. Brown, where are you? Oh, there it is. I was dipping into the wrong one. Okay, here we go. So I got both, right? And I'm going to go with the dark side down. And let's see what happens. I love playing with my paints just to see what's going to happen. Nothing is happening. I need more yellow and red. Alright, there we go. So, nice reddish tone in there. Let's add some white to our brush. See what happens. Too much. I like experimenting, so I'm taking you on a ride with me. So, you're coming on a ride with me, and whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Like in my painting here. And if you learn something, that'd be great. If the ride is too rough, you can get off. Oh boy. Sometimes it's too rough for me. Okay, so that's nice. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of yellow and white. Let's go back and forth with some different colors just to test them out, okay? A little bit of yellow and white. As long as you know what? As long as you get the strokes. Get those strokes, right? Get that, see that shape of the hair right there? Get the shape of the hair. Get the strokes. Alright. And as we get back here, it can be darker. So let's go with the brown back here. Alright. Good. We're going to be more colorful in this one. I like this one better because it's colorful. The other one's kind of, it's nice, pretty, but it's not as pretty as this one. See, when you do it a second, third time, it's always going to be different. So, that's so cool. I might leave those white lines. I like that. And we're going to come down here with a bit of brown on one side of your brush and the yellow and red on the other side. Alright. Maybe it's too much red. If there's too much on it, just wipe it off. Just dab it off somewhere. Good. Nice shadow back here. Good. Alright, look at that. Getting nice and shadowy in here. Come down here, leave a spot there, and see if we can use that for shadow. Alright. Now, that's pretty, isn't it? I like that. So you don't know what's going to happen. This is what I love about painting. You don't have an eye. You don't. If you're trying to do something exactly like somebody else, or you're trying to get a result that is exactly the same as what you're looking at, you're probably going to be a little disappointed. But look, when you do this freehand and you just kind of just let it go and see what happens, look how nice you get surprises for you. You get a little surprise for yourself. It's kind of nice, right? Really nice. Just look at the colors that are in the picture and say, oh, I see some blues there, I see some greens, and just pick up a bunch of colors on your brush, and depending on what you're doing, if it's like you're doing a hairline or something, or hair, you can do all kinds of colors to make it brilliant. I really like that red down there. I might leave that, even though it's not red. Pretty, I like it. Praising up my own painting. Alright, why not? Why not? That's what life's supposed to be all about, fun. Enjoying things. I know there's things that you can't control, but you can control your painting. Yes, you can. Alright, let's see. Maybe a bit more yellow in here. Maybe a bit more yellow. Okay, I want to keep that a bit bright there so it look like it's a bit of light shining out. I like that. That's nice. Let's do the other side, and then I'm going to show you the little trick I'm talking about. I'll do that in a second now. Let's get this here again. Let's highlight that a bit more. Alright. A little bit of yellow on there. Bring it down here. Skip over a few things just to give it so it'll look like it's, you know, bent and all that stuff and all that good stuff. Let's see what else I need here. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll leave that for now. Maybe not. Oh my. I always change my mind, don't I? I hope you don't mind. I hope you're having a bit of fun with painting along with me. I hope you are. Alright, I'm going to leave that, and then we'll do the other side. Now, the other side is nice, bright, and basically the same color. So, let's just go with the yellow and the reds. Let's try a bit of that first. We'll get the browns after. Alright, so we got some yellow in here. I'm getting too much red, so I'm going to go back into my yellow. You can use different color yellows if you want. You know, use a bright yellow and a cad yellow and do what I'm doing, just short strokes, and then pick out where you want the hair to end, and maybe it's coming down here a little bit. Who knows? We know because we're doing it. Because this is your painting, you can do whatever you want. So if you want the hair coming down this way, you go for it. If you want to come down, if you want a strand of hair coming over the face, whatever you want. You make all your own decisions. Please don't try to be exactly the same as the picture, because you will be tormented. Just put in the colors wherever you want. Especially if you're looking at a tutorial or a learning book. You definitely don't want to be exactly the same as that. I know you're trying to learn, but you'll have more fun learning if you just go as close as you can to the instructions, and then do things, I don't know, a little differently, or try different things, and don't take it too serious. you know, unless you're doing a commissioned art. If somebody pays you to do paintings or do a picture, do your best. Make it as close to if you're doing somebody's portrait, you really need to do it very close to that person, because they won't like it if they don't, if it doesn't look like them. So you have to get the likeness for sure. But the colors don't have to be exactly the same, but they can be close. But the likeness, you have to get the likeness. There's no way around that. I can't say to you, oh, don't worry about the likeness, just get as close as you can. No. If you're doing a commissioned art and they're paying you money, you better get it as close as you can. I know, it's hard, but, you know, you have to work hard at it. So I'm just putting some shadows in my hair. Alright. We lighten that up now. I got a couple of highlights there. I want to leave them there. I'm just putting in some darks now, for now. And I'm going to put some red and brown. Red on one side, brown on the other. I'm just going to put some of those reds and brown. I'm just making some quick strokes. And I'm jumping over a few places. There we go. Good. Move some stuff out of the way so you can see it. Plus I can come back a little bit. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I love these colors I'm getting. I do. Look how brilliant it is, you know? They're cool. I don't know if you like that or not, but you know, try something. Try whatever colors you like. I'm just playing with red, yellow, and brown. Red, yellow, and brown. And that's the side of her face. I want to get that in there. And go around and round and round we go. Get around there. I'm going to put some here down here. And here. Just short strokes. This is the enjoyable part, because you can just sit here and put some paint on your brush and just do, not even worry about it. But do think about, you know, some shadows and highlights. So just try to think about, and we're going to put some more highlights on it after anyway, so you don't have to worry too much. So let's just get the shape. Shapes are very important, okay? So if, like I said, if you're doing a commissioned painting of a portrait, somebody, they give you a picture, get it as close as possible, because you could put hours and hours of work into it and they'll say, no, that don't look like me. So you got to get it. You got to get it right. And here's a tip if you're doing commissioned art. When you get so much of it done, you let the person know, let the person see what you have done, and if they think you're close to the likeness, and once they tell you you're close, so you do it in stages, so you do a little bit more, and then you send them a picture of that, and then when they say, wow, that looks just like me, then you're free now then to get your colors on. And okay, so yeah, need any tips if you're a commissioned artist and you're having little struggles or anything like that, just let me know. No, I'm happy to tell you anything at all, you know. This is so much fun for me. It's not a game. It's, for me, it's not all about trying to make a ton of money. Well, I wouldn't mind having a bit of money, but anyway. I don't know, I just get so much pleasure out of doing this when people give me those comments saying, oh God, you helped me a lot, or ask me questions, emailing me. Makes my day. It's making my day. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? I like this better than the other one that I did. See, the other one I did, the hair is kind of blah. Although it's pretty and it's nice, right? But Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that nice? I love it. I don't know about you, but I like it. Now I'm going to show you that little trick before you say, you're just saying that. No, I wasn't just saying it. It's the very last step that you will do. You're going to take a fan brush, okay? So take your fan brush. And this is for the white highlights that are on the hair. There's white highlights on the hair everywhere, right? And to take a thin brush and make those little tiny white lines, it's going to take you forever. And I got to fix this part in here. Look, I didn't see it. Forgot about that. But anyway, we'll do this first because I promised. In case you got to go. So, in case you got to go get a cup of tea. Or a cup of coffee, or whatever. So I'm just going to take my fan brush and I'm going to lightly, very lightly, just touch and pull on all these pretty white lines, just individual. Okay, it never worked. It never worked. Wait, hang on. So I'm going to put a little bit of water on it to make it move, just a little bit, or you can spray it. You can spray it. Yeah, let's spray it a little bit just to get it to move. Good. Alright, so you take your brush and you pull. Look at all those nice highlights coming out. It goes right over all that strands of hair. It's better than trying to do it with a little tiny brush. I love this. Alright. Good. Now you can put a little bit of yellow in your white if you don't want it too chalky looking. Alright. Not too much paint on your brush. Very little paint on your brush and very lightly. Don't push hard because you'll get blobs, but very lightly just drag your brush and follow the shape of the hair, okay? Follow the shape of the hair. Good. And that gives you all those really nice highlights. Do the other side. There we go. Down here. Do a few down here. You don't need much down here. I don't have a lot on my brush. See, and I'm just dragging that over and you can also take your brush and put some white on it, and we want some lines, a couple little white lines, not much, just a couple little thin lines. Turn your brush the chiseled edge and then just put on a few little white lines, just not much, like I said, right? You don't want to ruin what you already have, so, but you just want some highlights. So you'll just put and go with the shape. Go with the shape. That's it, right? And just a few little highlights here. Here. A few little highlights here and there. If I knew where the light was coming from, so we'll have to make it up because we're not there. So let's say the light's coming over. It's coming over from the right and it's hitting off that and some parts of the hair that I left open. Let's see. A few little ones here, look. A few little highlights. Just go back and forth, up and down, whatever way works for you. A little bit of highlight there, see? And a little bit highlights here. Now you can go back and forth, put more darker colors in, more reds, more yellows. But I think I'm going to call this finished now soon, because I really like it. I don't know about you, but I like it. So I'm going to keep my fan brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of brown on my brush with a little bit of red. And I'm going to, let's see. Just want to do something in here, because this looks kind of unfinished. I'm just going to take my fan brush, and a little bit of brown, tiny bit of red. Now you can use whatever colors you want. I'm just making a suggestion. And I'm going to kind of I want to keep the black. I don't want to lose my black brown. Just put a few little, as if there's highlights, right? Just so that it looks more finished. That looks better. That looks finished. I think that's pretty. I really do. I like it. Do you like it? There we go. Let's see if you can see that. No, I didn't. I'll put it up there. Oh, 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 oh. Oh boy, do I ever need a camera person. So, down here, I'm noticing her chin down here doesn't look right. See, now you can see when you stand back and look at it, you can see things. So I'm just going to fix that up. Just use the flesh tones that way I showed you how to do. White and yellow and a bit of red. That's your base colors, right? Or go out and buy something that's already done. Alright, and a bit of brown. Now I may not get this the right color, so maybe I should leave it alone. But this part here, you can see, yeah, it should be down. See this down a bit more there. So you need to even that off over on this side. I don't know what's going to happen next time. Let's see. See what I'm going to do. See if I ruin it. Alright, let's go. Yeah, there we go. A little better. It's just that I may have to do that a couple of times. So you can see that there. When that dries, and I'll give it another coat and that'll straighten it up. Yeah, there we go. This looks like a little shadow. I want to fix that again now. So yeah, I'll fix up that edge here, and we will just get the flesh tone that you had. And it was a little different. That's fine because it looked like a shadow. It would look like it's meant to be that way. There we go. It's a bit better. You can always adjust it again later, but that's better. So you can always fix things up. So if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section, or any suggestions. And if you want me to do your portrait, just let me know. Yes, so if you have any questions, or if you want me to have that little, this should be fun. It should be fun to see some pictures coming in and picking one out to see if I can do something with it. I think I will. I got a little bit of. See, I can't stop picking. I got a video where I just finished a painting and I just wanted to play with it, but I still wanted to film it. So I was playing with the painting that I did. And I put some original music behind it, the stuff that I wrote. Myself and my husband wrote music. And some of it's been on the radio and stuff, you know, we had a few. But I got it behind, while I'm picking at my painting, I put it on as the background music. And that's going to be up too. So all these fun things that I want to do. I want to do things that are a little different at times. And you know, and if you got any suggestions that might be a little different, that'd be fine. It's all fun. So I'm going to let you go, and hopefully if you get your portrait done, and you can certainly send me a picture of it too. I wouldn't mind seeing your portrait, and make it nice and bright and colorful and fun to look at. You know, that's the one I have here is really pretty, so I'm gonna keep that. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Signing off from Allison Pryor. Bye.